How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach Hicks, your resident film nerd of HorseshoeHuddle.com and your favorite co-host over at the Locked On Colts podcast. Again, welcome to the channel here. We're back for another film breakdown, and this is for all of my football nerds. Today's episode, you guys know that on this channel, like even though I did a Daniel Jones breakdown last week, I'm not here for the flash and the glamour. I'm not going to break down quarterback every week. I'm not going to break down wide receiver separation and all those fantasy stuff that we're all looking at. I'm breaking down the nitty gritty dorky stuff because you guys love it and I love it. It's something I get excited about. So we're going to talk today about Jonathan Taylor, but we're going to talk about Jonathan Taylor in pass protection, how this veteran running back has taken a big leap in year 6 of his, I think it's year 6 of his career at this point, taking a big leap in arguably his weakest aspect of his game. He has been fantastic through 2 games this year in pass protection, picking up blitzes, and he's a big reason why this Colts passing game has been as effective as they've been, and also why he's playing nearly 100% of his snaps in, games that are still close. In Miami game, he came out in quarter 3 because it was a blowout, but when the game is close, he's not coming off the field because there's no reason to take him off the field. He's been a good pass catcher. He's been a good pass blocker. And the Colts have no reason to take this star player off the field because he's been that good overall. But when it comes to running backs and pass protection, just to preface things a little bit here, there are 2 things that matter the most. One is communication and eyes, like just the ability to know where he needs to be, the understanding of blocking inside versus out, protecting that inside rush versus the outside rush. And then number 2 is just the want to, the desire, the ability to be a physical and aggressive as a pass protector, be confident in what you're reading, step into rushes, and give the quarterback a chance and a clean pocket to deliver passes. And in the past, that is where Jonathan Taylor has struggled. Just being physical, washing guys out of the play, really taking on blockers with that physical edge that you want. He has struggled there in the past. But this year, again, we are seeing a different Jonathan Taylor. We're going to dive into a couple of these clips here from the first 2 weeks. First clip here against the Miami Dolphins. Colts are going to slide the protection to the right. They're going to be anticipating 25 coming on the blitz. They're just going to be sliding to the right anyway because that's where the 3 tech is to give that help to Mack and Salvez. And once that slide is to the right, backside blitzes, that is all on the running back. Jonathan Taylor has to protect this side because we're getting man up here with these 2 linemen on the backside. So Taylor's going to have to fill and insert into this hole here to block against the blitz for number 20. Does a great job of coming up with physicality, getting those hands inside and washing him out of the play. This is great stuff from Taylor. And again, when we have that slide to the right, these guys aren't going to shift because they see a late blitz coming. They have to commit to this slide to the right because I think this is number 90, if 90 goes inside of Gonsalves, he's only going to be half manning that guy, expecting Bortolini to come this way. So even if Bortolini notices like, hey, I'm uncovered and the blitz is coming backside, I can't just shift back here. We have the running back in protection. We have 6-on-5. Taylor's got that guy on the 5-man rush. So there is that trust in Taylor picking up this block, and he's able to reward that trust by coming up, being physical, washing him out of the play, and giving time for Daniel Jones to throw this ball to the corner of the end zone. It's not completed on this play, but a really good rep from Jonathan Taylor just to buy Daniel Jones that time he needs and get that ball out there in the red zone. So again, great stuff from Taylor here. This one's really impressive because this is what the Dolphins were trying to do all game long to confuse the interior of the Colts offensive line, also confuse Jonathan Taylor in pass protection. This is going to be called a cross dog blitz. So when you have cross dog, you're going to have one linebacker being essentially the disruptor, first guy in, who his entire goal is to cross the face of the center, push him off the mark, and get him out of the way so this guy can loop in and come downhill on the quarterback, or if it's a running play, same thing, coming down on the running back. It's about creating disruption and creating free space for that second rusher. So first guy in, disruptor, second guy in is going to come in and just be the finisher, essentially, on the play. So when we see this cross dog blitz, first guy's coming in, going to cross the face of Tanner Bortolini, and then Taylor's going to have to insert in there right along the offensive line and take on that second blitzer. So Taylor, if you look at his eyes here, He considers setting out a little bit closer to the inside because he doesn't know if this is going to be more of an overload blitz. We're going to get this guy on Bortolini and this guy breaking in. But as he notices the cross dog coming, he sets his feet, comes inside, almost cuts in like he's cutting like a running back, inserts into the offensive line, drops his shoulder, physical, sets his feet, makes sure that this rusher is not getting ground on the quarterback. He's giving space for Jones to deliver this pass, and they're able to get the ball out for a productive gain. So really good communication and trust here from Bortolini and Taylor, where they're on the same page. Bortolini knows he's getting first man. Taylor knows he's getting second man coming in, and they are able to wash out that cross dog blitz with relative ease. I mean, this is a pretty comfortable blitz pickup here from the Colts offensive line that gives Daniel Jones the space he needs to deliver this pass. Also, look at Quentin Nelson here. I love Quentin Nelson. He's so good. He's such a smart player. But yeah, this is great stuff from these guys. I really, really like what I saw here from both of them. And Taylor, again, he's not taking on this guy, maybe like right here. He's not being second guessing where he needs to be. He's not being passive with it. He's not coming, 1 yard into the backfield. He's going to the offensive line, inserting into that play, and he is taking him out. So I think this is a really good rep from Taylor just to show that aggressiveness and that physicality to wash that blitz out and give Daniel Jones the time he needs. Another really good insert play here from Taylor. We're going to get the slide to the right. So with this slide, again, even though 40 is the one coming on the blitz, you can't just adjust the slide mid-snap. So Bortolini is still going to slide to the right, help with Zach Allen here as the rusher, and Taylor's going to step in and insert against number 40 blitzing. Taylor's eyes start on 49 because 49 looks like he's showing that blitz, so he's sliding up. Bortolini's going to be prepared for 49 potentially coming on this blitz, so he's setting to that player, and then he's going to help with other guys. But Taylor's eyes go from 49 to back to the backside of the slide to 40, steps in, inserts into that gap, and is able to establish that physical position and take him out of the rush. Again, a great rep from Jonathan Taylor. Look at this insert here. Look where aggressive he is with this. It's not just a passive set here. He's on the same plane here as Quentin Nelson, same plane as Tanner Bortolini. He is not just letting this one go and getting into the backfield. He's creating that dish pocket with his pass protection. And we look across the line here when this ball is about to be thrown. We got that dish pocket going. Yes, guys are struggling here. Zach Allen is a stud. The tackles are struggling with Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito, who are just fantastic rushers. It's a tough defensive line. But when you have your running back stepping up and creating this clean interior pocket, quarterbacks are able to deliver, and Daniel Jones is able to get this ball out to Alec Pierce. That's a really nice throw, too, from Daniel Jones. But Taylor's pass protection is the key to all of it, and this was probably his best pass protection clip of the first two games, and really the one that made me say, oh, Taylor has turned a corner, because this is a tough blitz for a running back to navigate, and he navigates it extremely well. So if we look at the slide here, again, the Colts are sliding to the right. We're going to get Bortolini setting to help on this one tech here, protecting against 49 coming in. So Taylor is working on the backside of the slide from the opposite side of the quarterback. So he's going to have to work across the face of the quarterback, not disrupt the quarterback in any way, and insert against the blitzing linebacker if that linebacker comes. But when we see him do this at a really high level, he gets in here. Again, he's working to insert on the same plane as these linemen, and he's able to wash him out on the play, and it gives Daniel Jones the time he needs to deliver this strike down the field to Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce able to make the Alec Pierce type play, but this play doesn't happen without Taylor working across seamlessly, taking out that rusher, and giving the quarterback time to deliver the ball. So again, just great credit to Jonathan Taylor here. This is just a new Jonathan Taylor. I think I said this the other day on socials, but this is the best I've ever seen Jonathan Taylor play. In 2021, he was a first-team All-Pro, near Offensive Player of the Year, because his rushing output was so fantastic. But what we're seeing right now from him this year is we're getting the high-level rushing output, over 100 yards a game through 2 weeks, but we're also getting the pass catching, and we're getting this pass blocking that he's never really shown before. And I think this is leading to the Colts offense being more productive, because when you have a player doing it in all three phases, in every single phase that you want him to be successful, he's doing this, you have an opportunity to succeed in both the run and pass game. So Jonathan Taylor, again, making himself indispensable not only as a runner, but also as a player on passing downs with this type of pass protection. He is the key to this play. And this play does not happen without his ability to pick up this blitz. Just fantastic stuff from him here. And then here we go to the biggest play of the game. The Denver Broncos are showing a 7-man pressure look. 7-man pressure against 6 blockers. So not everyone's going to be blocked here. There's going to be someone hot. There's going to be, a look that you don't want here from the Colts. And Daniel Jones is responsible for the outside rushers, and he knows he's hot. For Jonathan Taylor, it's inserting in here against these interior rushers, protecting inside versus out, and making sure that the pocket, at least on the interior, stays clean for Jones to step into a throw and get that ball out hot. So Taylor understands this. He's setting towards 23 over here in the A-gap, and he has to get on his horse to get here quickly. You can't be slow with this, because if he's slow, if he meets the guy here, Jones has to move, and this whole play is blown up. So Taylor is essentially going to be sprinting to get in here to wash this guy out of the play. And we'll see at the snap, he is filling hard, getting his head in there, gets a little bit of assist from Portolini getting just run over here. It kind of muddies everything up in the middle. But with that, he is able to get his head inside, take out 23 from the inside of the pocket. And even as Nick Bonito is beating Bernhard Raimann to the outside, Daniel Jones has enough time on the inside of the pocket to get this ball out. He's able to get it to Pierce for the first down, and the Colts are able to kick the game-winning field goal. So this whole video just to say, man, Jonathan Taylor, there's something to be said about a player this late in their career to take a step forward in their weakest area. For a guy to acknowledge a weakness when he's got the accolades he has, when he's had the success that he's had, to acknowledge a weakness, make big strides in the offseason to do it, work well with communication and physicality, and make your team better as a result. This is a guy doing the little things for his team. This is a guy who is helping his team win games. And this is just fantastic stuff from Jonathan Taylor. So hopefully we see more of this going forward. I think Taylor has been the Colts MVP through 2 weeks, from his play with the ball in his hands and with his play with it not in his hands. Some really, really great stuff from him. And I've been really excited watching him back on film the last 2 weeks. So if this keeps up from Jonathan Taylor, I think he's in for his best season yet. And I'm excited to see how it goes for him.